Let's get over to Addis Ababa itself. Haru Mutasa is there for us. Do Africans take these conferences seriously?
Well, Africa has the fastest growing youngest population of any continent, but a lot of young Africans aren't happy with their leaders. We saw last year big protests in countries such as Kenya and Morocco, people saying they want their leaders to do better. I'm joined by a young African. His name is Segun Adebayo from the Center for African Policy Research and Advisory. He's 41 years old. He's from Nigeria, where insecurity is a problem. Thank you for talking to us. Nigeria's government is working with the United States to deal with insecurity and stability in parts of the country. How do you as a young person feel about this?
First of all, I think it's a developing conversation that would have a lot of impact on current geopolitics. And I think it's a welcome development considering the fact that this situation has persisted for a very long time. And the interesting part of it again is the fact that President Trump was the one that reached out about it, first with his tweet that went viral, and then here we are today, he's what he's pushing. So, I mean, you have to come to the table at that point, so you can't escape from the conversation, and that's the current position that the Nigerian government finds itself, and I think they should discuss, and we the young people should monitor the conversation very closely to be sure that the conversation is beneficial to Nigerians.
But this is 2026. I mean, surely shouldn't African governments be able to fend for themselves and not look for outside help?
Well, first of all, the African governments, African countries, they've had many opportunities to integrate their economy and also to grow, to become a superpower. And I think the major challenges with our policy development, most of the policies in Africa are from outside Africa. So you have a lot of conflicting interests, conflicting policies, and eventually it's leading to regional and continental divisions. That's not allowing us to integrate properly. So that's it. That's the situation in Africa at the moment.
We see these summits every year. Do you think African leaders are out of touch with reality on the ground in Africa?
I would say yes, because first of all, you have very few young people here. In fact, I'm speaking from on the media. Most media houses from my country are not here. And how will the public be educated on policies when the largest policy development house on the continent is having an event and the bulk of the continent is not aware? So that's to tell you that something is amiss. For instance, globally, there are big conversations around vaccines, fluoride. Every parliament with excellent technology and stuff are talking about it. We see it every day on social media, but it's not a conversation here in Africa yet. Why? Because, they're losing touch with reality. We're looking at fluoride. Researchers are popping out almost every day to show the devastating impact of these things and chemicals and vaccines and stuff. These are the pressing conversations that we should have. Thank God that Africa is currently talking about water sanitation. You know, from that we can begin to look at the impact of fluoride and other stuffs in water. So, I think it's good. We should encourage more of the young people. Look at the impact Donald Trump had on the U.S. election. Let's have more young people come to these spaces, influencers on social media, come to these spaces to talk about what's going on. Thank you.
Segun Adebayo from the Center for African Policy Research and Advisory, thank you very much for talking to us. African leaders are also discussing conflict resolution on the continent. There's a discussion on Sudan going on.